Hello everyone, this is Kelly, your pre-position assistant student helper, and today I just wanted to give a little update on my life. A couple of y'all have requested doing an update on my Scribe job, and would like to do that. I'd also like to give a big shout out to CASPA, which is the PA Central application that opens next week on April 27th. So for those of y'all applying this round, get ready because that is obviously coming up so quick. And I think it's important to get your application in very, very, very early. And while it opens next week, that does not mean you have to submit it next week. But the earlier, the better, because many schools do rolling admissions. So, as for a little update on my Scribe job, I started in January, and I have really enjoyed it. So I feel like I got really lucky. I work in a level 2 trauma center in an ER in an underserved area, so I get to see a lot. I know there are scribes in all different kinds of medical settings, which is great. Any experience is good experience, but being able to work in a level 2 trauma center has been really exciting. So for example, last night we had a patient came in with a pericardial effusion, and what that is here's your heart, and you have a little sac that surrounds your heart, and this little sac got filled with blood. And so it was just really interesting to see that on a CT and be able to correlate that to what I'm learning in the classroom, because we talked about pleural effusions and pericardial effusions in my pathophysiology class. And I mean, that could happen at anywhere that you can get a CT. You could see that on a on a scan. But it was just really cool, really exciting, and I saw my first kiddo be intubated. That was kind of traumatic for me because, well, I don't know if traumatic is the right word. It was obviously traumatic, but it was the first time I had seen a kiddo be in that much distress to the point where they needed to be intubated. And it was really eye-opening for me because I feel like a lot of times in emergency medicine, obviously you want to figure out what the emergency is and move from there, and obviously get them the help they need and hopefully to improve their situation. However, this was the first time that I felt like we really saved somebody's life, if that made sense. So as a scribe, I follow the doctors around. I do the HPI, which is history of present illness, the ROS, which is review of systems, and then the physical exam. So for the HPI, I go in with the doctor, type up everything the patient's saying, as what's going on with their illness, and then we go back out. The doctor starts ordering his tests, and I will fill in the ROS, which means going in through what the patient said is happening to them, and clicking boxes in each body system to say, like, patient is yes nausea, no vomiting, yes diarrhea, yes loss of appetite for GI, and then moving on to respiratory and saying no shortness of breath, no cough, no respiratory distress, no wheeze, just going through what they have and what they don't have. And for physical exam, the doctor tells me what they saw. And I thought it was interesting. A lot of times people have a completely normal exam. And so that was eye-opening to me because, you think somebody comes into the ER and they're going to have all this crazy stuff wrong with them. But a lot of the times, the doctor will say, completely normal exam, add tachycardic, like their heart rate is above 100. I'm like, all right, sounds good to me. But it's just interesting. I feel like the reality of emergency medicine is a lot different than what I thought it was. Because, yes, traumas come in, and we've had to life flight people out, and it's so fast-paced. But a lot of that is in between the people who come in with the runny nose or the flu or things like that. So that was interesting for me. I did not recognize how many people use the emergency room as more or less their primary care doctor, or more like an urgent care, I guess. But don't get paid a lot. Scribes make very little money. But for the experience and for how excited I get to go to work, I've been really enjoying that a lot. You get to see the diagnosing side of medicine, so you're in the forefront with the doctors, which is neat to see their thought process and what orders, the scans that they're ordering and the medications they're ordering, and after a while you kind of recognize what's next, which has been really neat for me. Emergency medicine is exciting. Not sure if I see myself doing that long term, as in, I don't know that I'll be a PA in the emergency room, but it's really interesting and really exciting. And you can tell when the docs get excited about something, or you can tell, I don't know, it's neat. I really enjoy what I'm doing so far. So yeah, I'm very ready to submit CASPA. I'll probably have my application in by the end of May. That's my goal. I'm waiting for my spring grades to get in. I'm kind of anxious about that. The semester's winding down, and it's been a very challenging semester for me. I kind of mirrored hours-wise what PA school would look like, which was a good idea and a bad idea at the same time. Story of my life, right? But I'm taking 16 hours currently, 3 of which are undergraduate, 13 of which are graduate level. And, PA school, you're taking a million hours at once anyway. So I thought, hey, this would be a great way to show them I can handle it, right? Well, what this ended up meaning for me is I barely sleep, and I have zero social life, which is more or less normal anyways. But, I don't know, I'm feeling the pressure right now, especially as finals are nearing. My grades currently are doing great. I'm really proud of my progress and the study habits I've more or less accumulated throughout this program. Things are only getting better, which I'm excited about. I'm borderline in 2 classes, A/B, which makes me frustrated, but getting an A is totally doable. I just have to obviously work really hard to do that, which is easier said than done, I believe. So I am kicking my butt into gear for these next 3 weeks, because I think that's all we have left in this semester anyways. Blowing my mind. So yeah, there's a little update on scribing. I work 2 shifts a week, 16 hours a week. I pick up extra shifts if I want. Sometimes I'm only scheduled for 1 shift. Sometimes I'm scheduled for no shifts. Also nice. I don't really mind either way. Totally backed up on my patient care tech job in the stroke unit. I work maybe 1 or 2 shifts a month. Yeah, feel pretty good about that. Make a lot more money doing that job, but I really enjoy scribing a lot more. CASPA's coming up. Semester's coming to an end. I hope this is the year for me to get into PA school, but, I know this is what I meant to do, and if it takes me another year or 2, then that's what it takes. My personal statement is wrapping up, and I hope to make another video very shortly regarding my timeline with the CASPA application and what that looked like for me, getting ready to apply and how early I started and why, the who, what, where, whys, and whens on all of that, including letters of rec, and not exactly how to fill out the application, because that video would be very exhausting, and CASPA has an amazing FAQ section. So go check that out, everybody. If you haven't looked at CASPA's FAQ, you're missing out, because any question you have is answered on there. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it, and I obviously hope to be sharing with you guys some great news about interviewing. But if there is no news about that as well, you will be updated in the process. I'd love to get in, but if it's not my year, it's not my year. But I have high hopes, and things have been going really great. So hopefully things are going great for you guys as well. Good luck to y'all as you're approaching finals, and especially as CASPA is opening as well. Get those things in early. You better have your personal statement done and looked over a million times already, and those letters of rec are super important. That's what will hold you back. All right. Well, I will talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your week, and yeah. As always, questions, comments, concerns, in the comments below. I try to catch up with everything, but I've been so busy I don't even really sleep very often, so sometimes it takes me a little bit, but that's okay. I'm working on it. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon.